Oh my god. I literally have to apologize to 𝚤𝚙𝚅. I can't believe I doubted this guy. I shouldn't have doubted 𝚤𝚅 being a GOAT in the making. Oh my god. It makes sense. What annoys me the most is that I actually predicted a lot of this stuff, but I was worried. I spent the whole entire day tripping balls thinking that Black Clover was gonna end. I kept seeing article after article saying that Black Clover is indefinite hiatus, and you see the spoilers. It's like, okay, 𝚤𝚅, I see you. You need that break. You definitely do. But wow, this is crazy. This is so beyond. Oh my god. I literally lost for words. We needed this. The fandom needed this. And this brings the Spade Kingdom arc definitely to a solid high 8 to like a 9. Oh my god, I have to reread the Spade Kingdom arc because this ending, we should have gotten it last chapter. But still, we got it. I am so sorry, 𝚤𝚅. I hope you accept my apologies. So let's get into the Black Clover 331 spoilers. First of all, if you like anime, manga reviews, discussion, spoilers, and theories, definitely hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, like, comment. I have a second channel that focuses on One Piece. I will start implying Boruto videos into that as well. Check out the Patreon and the Discord. So he hit me with some false copyright strikes. So let's get this channel back to 5,000. So wow, these spoilers are insane. I saw this and I was just jumping up and down. Like I'm at a loss for words. It's so crazy because a lot of us predicted that this was gonna happen. Like we knew that Julius most likely has something to do with Astaroth. I even made a video about this literally a month ago, but to see it actually happening, it's crazy. And anime YouTubers were basically writing off Black Clover, but this chapter literally was a game changer. I mean, it's everything that everybody wanted. We got an actual real villain of the series. And I've been saying this for a while, like something was sus with Julius. Like I knew Julius was very suspicious because when Lucifero was coming out, he said he had a very eerie feeling. And then we didn't see him at all during the time when Asta was fighting Lucifero. So it was kind of weird to me. And then now he's showing up after Lucifero's been defeated. And now we see who he truly is. He is literally Astaroth. And he is also the fourth 𝚤𝚙𝚅 sibling. But that makes me wonder, is he really the fourth 𝚤𝚙𝚅 sibling? Or he has different forms, or somehow the fourth 𝚤𝚙𝚅 sibling is inside Julius' soul. Something similar to William Vengeance and Patri. I mean, it's just so many things going on. And then also, why does Yuno have a elf spirit inside him? Was this all Julius' plan? Because it looks like Julius was planning all this so you can open the tree cliff off and all that, and then eventually get Lucifero's heart, from what I'm guessing. But was he expecting Asta to defeat Lucifero? Because he did mention that Asta was supposed to die. Where does this all begin? Like, was it Julius that brought Yami into the Clover Kingdom? Did they need a foreigner to come to the Clover Kingdom so they can give him dark magic? You know, there's so many things. It makes sense when you add them up, but also leaves a lot of questions. And that's what I love about Black Clover. One or two questions get answered, but then we were left with like 20 new questions from that answer. And that's what I love about the series, man. I was so worried. This whole entire day I was depressed, and I was depressed for nothing. I shouldn't have not lost faith. Black Clover still has the potential to do something amazing. This arc, which seemed like it was completely lackluster, there was a reason why Lucifero was so disrespected throughout the Devil Race, and now we see it. He was being used as literally a pawn by Astaroth, who is Julius, who is also the fourth 𝚤𝚅 sibling. This is crazy. This is beyond epic. Like I said before, like I knew his dialogue when he was fighting Patri, how he was saying that he could steal time from other people. That was so sus. I said that. Like that was a big red flag. I even said that there's a possibility that the fourth 𝚤𝚅 sibling could actually be Julius, and even said that Magicla seemed like she was a replacement for a devil, because she's actually not a devil that is in the Tree of Cliff Off. She's just a devil that 𝚤𝚅 created, and now we see why. She was a replacement for Astaroth, which is crazy because now it leaves room to Astaroth being out in the real world, and he's been in the real world this whole time. But it's crazy now that he has a grimoire, and I always wonder why Julius' grimoire was so different. And then also, like, Julius technically got reborn. What was the case for him to get reborn when Patri stabbed him? It leads to so many questions, and I love it. We actually see Yuno's mom, and one of you guys told me that Yuno's mom actually survived, and it looks like she did, which also leads to the question, who will rule the Spade Kingdom after the Dark Triad has been defeated. Now it's clearly Yuno's mom that's going to be the queen of the Spade Kingdom, which is awesome. Oh my god. Just so many questions. Top to this something epic. But yeah, Yuno mom basically says that Yuno has grown to a strong person. Yuno is surprised. It's awesome that Yuno meets his mom, but also makes me wonder, is Asta's father out there in the real world still alive? Because remember that Yuno and Asta are the opposite. So Yuno's father actually died and Asta's mother died. So knowing how they're like opposites, I could see that Asta's father is still alive out there while Asta's mother died, and then like Yuno's father died and then Yuno's mother is alive. So watching the future, Asta's father is going to be shown to be alive, and I wonder who he's going to be. But the awesome thing is that Yuno did what Yuno did. We always knew that he was going to say this. He says he still wants to be the Wizard King. I like this panel because you see Liebe on Asta's shoulder, and then you see Yuno with the Wind Spirit, which, like I said before, they're opposite. Asta has the Devil, Yuno has the Wind Spirit, which gives him Saint Stage, which is basically divinity. Asta has demonic powers, so it's very interesting. Like I'm saying, Asta's father's out there somewhere alive, and we're gonna see him in the next arc, and I can't wait. But going back to the Clover Kingdom, we actually see Damnatio, and we see a clock, which is very suspicious. It leads to basically what I've been saying at the very beginning. So Julius is actually figuring out that the battle at the Spade Kingdom has ended and everything's all right, but something just doesn't add up. If you think about it, it's kind of showing that Julius doesn't know that he is the host for Astaroth and he is the Force of God's sibling somehow. So I think what happened is Julius, because he does have time magic, and maybe he's possessed by Astaroth somehow without him knowing, but I still think Julius as a character is still a good person. Like I said before in my prediction videos, that 𝚘𝚙𝚢 was going to bring Lucifero's heart to the Time Devil of Julius. I still think that's the case. I still think that the heart of Lucifero will make the Time Devil stronger in some way. I did said this in another video that I think Satan actually is in Black Clover, but he is the combination of 𝚘𝚙𝚎, Lucifero, and Astaroth. So maybe Lucifero's heart could be used as a sacrifice, or it could be used as some type of way for the Time Devil or Astaroth to merge to become at least like half of Satan or 60% of Satan. Who knows? But this is beyond epic. I'm trying my best to not jump into all these questions with Julius, but man, I'm gonna have so many videos moving forward with Julius, so definitely look out for that. So Julius remembers how he had that unexplainable throbbing when Lucifero was basically coming out. He didn't really understand it, which also gives more credibility to what I was saying before. I definitely think Julius doesn't know that he is Astaroth, which also makes me believe, like, did the Force of God's sibling and Astaroth became one person? How is that possible? And because remember when he was talking to Xenon, he said to Xenon, you and me are the most alike, and then Xenon became a devil. So is the Force of God's sibling a devil as well? It just makes me think. And then does Xenon look a lot more like 𝚘𝚙𝚎? I wonder if 𝚘𝚙𝚎 looks anything like Devil Xenon. So many questions. It's ridiculous. But let's continue to try to finish these spoilers. So Julius is thinking, and Damnatio comes in, and he wants to talk to Julius. Ever since the trial, he's been basically searching about devil possessions in the country, and he found documents that were 20 years ago that basically said that there's 3 devils that tend to be the ruler of the underworld. Gravity, who is Lucifero, a space magic devil, which is 𝚘𝚙𝚎, and then he was looking for Magicula, who's a supreme devil, but apparently it does not exist in the Tree of Qliphoth. And then he says perhaps Magicula was Astaroth's replacement, and somehow Astaroth vanished from the underworld, the one with time magic. And then you see him saying, please tell me you're not, and he's basically just saying like, you're not Astaroth, because he's the only person to be known to have time magic. And I told you, it was weird that Julius was able to transform into a old woman at the very beginning of the series. When they first introduced Julius, he was very interested in Asta, which makes me wonder, like, why does Asta have anti-magic? There I go again, jumping into theories. And then Damnatio says, it's such a coincidence that the only one person in our world to use time magic. It's crazy because you see Julius basically saying, that's right, it's me. And then you see everything about Patri, William Vengeance, you see the Tree of Qliphoth ritual, you see Not, which also makes me wonder, like, why was Not sent to spy on the Spade Kingdom? Hopefully this gets explained, because this is a great plot twist, but what's the reason for Asta and the crew to defeat Lucifero besides the heart? Did Julius really plan to have Asta defeat Lucifero? And also, Julius said that Asta were to die. Does that mean that he was hoping Asta to die against Lucifero? I can't wait till that is explained, but wow, this is crazy. And as Julius says, it's me, it looks like Damnatio is thinking in his head, tell me it's not you. Is it Damnatio, the current me is... And then Julius transforms and has has black hair and has another tattoo on his forehead, but this time it looks more of a sun. And Julius is saying, I'm filled with time, and it looks like Julius might have hurt or killed Damnatio. This is crazy. Oh man, this is what we wanted. We all wanted a central evil villain throughout the series. Black Clover seemed like it was lacking a good villain, and the villains have been lackluster, but now we all see why. It's because they were all being used by Julius, by Astaroth, the Time Devil, 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛. He did his thing, basically his strings being pulled by Astaroth to do what he did with the elves and cause the whole elf arc to happen and the elf resurrection. This is great. A lot of us had predicted this. Wow. I hope that Julius is still a good character. I like him as a character. I just hope that it's like he has a form he doesn't know about. But it's crazy because Julius now has black hair. So I wonder what that sun on his forehead is. It's probably the contract he has with Astaroth. But yeah, this is epic. A lot of us could tell that the fourth 𝚖𝚙𝚎 sibling was going to have the Time Devil involved with him because, you know, Xenon had Space Devil, Dante had the Gravity Devil, the missing devil plus the missing 𝚖𝚙𝚎 sibling. There's most likely had to be a connection with two of them. But now we all know that Asta and Libe aren't Astaroth, at least from what we know. There's still possibility they had some type of connection, but I wonder, because Astaroth is always showing with a demon dog, I wonder whose Julius demon dog is. It'd be very interesting. But yes, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. This chapter is crazy. Let me know what you think about these spoilers. Did this arc just raise to a 9 for you? Does everything now make sense as to why the villains in Black Clover have all been lackluster? It's because they literally have been used as a plot for the fourth 𝚖𝚙𝚎 sibling Julius / Astaroth. Do you think Asta's dad is out there somewhere? Do you think Julius has something to do with the disappearance of Asta's father and the 𝚬𝚙𝚎 curse? What do you think 𝙲𝚘𝚙𝚢𝚛 is going to do with Lucifero's heart? Do you think that 𝙲𝚘𝚎 and Astaroth have the same plan, or do they have two different plans? Do you think 𝙲𝚘𝚎 has another plan as well? But for those who don't know, the Order of the Flies, Astaroth is a part of that order. So most likely they're going to have a good connection with each other and they're probably plotting the same outcome. Alright, like if you liked the video, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.